And another early story to talk about is probably one you spoke about a million times, the whole Led Zeppelin tour. I mean, you played, what was it, 2 dates on that tour, and before you were unceremoniously dumped whilst you were on stage, you were told to get off and get out of there. What happened with that one?
Well, the first night we were at Public Auditorium in Cleveland, Ohio, and the people were loving it. We have played, I mean, at this time in our lives, we played in Cleveland doing the Upbeat show, which was a television show that was a regional show. So it wasn't just in Cleveland. This was, it went to over as far as Chicago and over to New York and so Pennsylvania. It got around. And the people that showed up at that concert, a lot of them were our fans just from us playing around that area, and they loved it, and they loved that we were there opening, for Led Zeppelin, and that it's going to be a good energized concert. And I'm telling you, it was energized. Wow, was that energized in Cleveland. The following night in Detroit at Olympia, another big massive crowd. We're on stage tearing it up, and the people were loving their hometown band. Here they are opening for Led Zeppelin, this big band. And Peter Grant, the manager for Zeppelin, came out and told our manager, Terry Knight, to pull the plug, get him off the stage. He says, or I'm going to pull the plug, get him off, because we had the crowd up. Brother, I'm talking, they were with us 100%, and we were fixing to go into inside looking out, and that would have just brought the house down. There would be no way you could follow that song. There was hardly a way for them to follow us, even the way we left it. And half of the auditorium had emptied out, and there was only half the people that, it was sold out. And then after an hour and a half after we got off the stage, Terry came out and said, because of contractual obligations, Grand Funk has to leave the stage. And oh man, the people were booing, hissing, throwing wine bottles, beer bottles, whiskey bottles. Oh my God. They didn't want us to leave. And we didn't want to, but they pulled our plug and we had nothing left. Drummer, he was the only one you could hear, but you couldn't hear him very good because the power was gone. So when we went off the stage, the fans were disappointed, disgruntled fans, but it did give some space for Mel, the bass player, and myself to go out into the audience and sit at the center of the auditorium. About midway, we were just behind the people in front of us. So we watched Zeppelin, and Jimmy Page got his bow out for his viola or whatever he played, that big bow he had, and he was playing his guitar like a violin. And I thought, this is pretty good. It sounded pretty good. But they didn't have the excitement factor that we had.
Wow. So what did you think after that then? I mean, you've been taken off for being too good. I mean, did that give you guys a boost in confidence, thinking that you're too good for this level, or you should be up there, or how did that feel?
It felt like we were doing what we needed to be doing. This is what we were supposed to have been doing.
Yeah.
People's band.
That's it indeed. And did you ever meet up with Zeppelin again? Was this ever discussed? Did you ever see Peter Grant again, or any of the guys from the band?
Never saw them again.